Yo! Yo, boys! Para pa 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 param. Para pam 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 pam. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Bara bara bam 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 bam. Bara bara bam 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 bam. Bara bara bam 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 bam. I don't know if I want to continue on these monster cities, but bah, yes and no. Yes, I don't know. We already spent a lot of time, but as usual, you know, we want to put it in the game and use it somehow. So yeah. One second, I am still finishing up things. I mean, finishing like sending all the posts, the links, the posting and socials and stuff. Hello, Dotted Fish. Hey, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Let's see if tonight we have enough people to run the giveaway. I want to run it because actually I would like to print it and then go to pick it up. Go to pick up the 2 miniatures with one trip only, right? So that's why I want to do another one. In theory, I would like to do 3, but anyway. In this crazy evening. What is going on here? Facebook. I mean, I tried Instagram, but Instagram I can only post through the mobile, and it's super annoying. I want to post through my PC. Maybe I should have an Instagram as well, but I mean, PlaneShift should, right? But I don't know how to do it from the PC. Where's this thing? Okay, I'm here, guys. I'm here. Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We'll be able tonight to run the Wheel of Fortune or the Wheel of Names. I don't know. If at least one of these guys show up, I will do it. Or anyway, if we are more than 5 people in chat, right? But if you're only 3 or 4 or 2 or 1 or just me, I mean, I'm not gonna run it. So we need participation. Participation, my friends. Participation. Okay, so... So what we want to do tonight... Well, the good news is that I fixed the turret, right? So the turret is now properly shooting to 2 people. I mean, the only shortcut that I had to do is that when there are 2 people, the turret is shooting to both at the same time. Okay? Which may look a bit fictional, right? But that's the easiest way for me. That's the easiest way for me. So, because otherwise you need to have 1 timer for each. I mean, it's kind of a mess, right? So, I think that now the question I have for you is can we specialize the buildings or not? Can we specialize the buildings? Meaning that each building has a purpose. I think it would be cool, right? The only thing that I don't know, I mean, it's not very easy for me to add the logic because the logic is in the tribe and the tribe object is already completely managed, right, by our system. And changing it is not super easy, but unfortunately, right, because it's so generic, right, it's so generic that becomes hard to manage, right? It's so generic that I mean, it is hard to specialize for one thing or the other, right? Now let's change the music. Pam 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 pam. So the buildings that we have, I think now we can reveal it anyway because you have seen them multiple times by now. The buildings that we have, right, are the following: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, and 6. We have 6 buildings actually. Pretty good, huh? We have 6 different buildings. Okay. So this is our turret. This is our turret. Turret. No, I think I need to make them smaller, otherwise. Turret. Then we have this trap. By the way, I want to add some spikes, white spikes to these things, and I will probably do it, but maybe not now. Otherwise, we spend time doing that, and the evening is gone. And the evening is gone. So this is the second building. It's a bit bigger, but fun. Then we have this thing, which seems to be coming out of Resident Evil. Yes, I know. But it's fine. You know, our game is made with my hands, you know, with my freaking hands. So I cannot guarantee... Oh, this one, wow. I cannot guarantee, you know, that everything looks correct. And then we have this one. Oh, this one is fantastic. But this one actually has the... wait. is better than this because I added the effect, right? Which is in another place. Is this one? Is this one? Is this one? Why I need to have a gray background instead of a... Okay, GG. This will be the only one with a gray background. Fine. That's too big. Okay, this that looks like a industrial pipe station. I don't know, yeah, whatever. Cannot do this, huh? This program is too stupid. No, but it really bothers me. Really bothers me. 1 second. Bothers me too much. Fuck. You serious now? Okay. No, come on. What do you mean? I copied from it. What do you mean? What do you mean it's the same? Are you serious right now? Come on. Okay. And then we have one more. Oh wow, we have one more. Which one is it? No, this one is the last one, no? Ah, no, we have this one. Oh, yes. We have this one, yeah. Wow. We have a bunch of buildings, boys. I went on a building spree. Okay, so these are all our buildings. Okay. So now the question is, can we associate a function to each of these buildings, or is it too much to ask? And also, can we do it in a way that then I can actually make it functional in-game? That would be hard. That would be kind of hard, actually, but we can try something. Because basically what I want, you know, I want the player, right? The first time, apart from you, that are listening to the stream. So if you're listening to the stream, obviously you know already. But a new player, right, arrives in a place, right? Whatever is the place, and he sees this freaking city, right? And the first thing he will do, I guess, will be to just go close, right? Just go close to the thingy. Now I need some space. I think we have some space here. Yeah. Well, it's not a lot of space, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, not a lot of space, but we need a flat ground. Can we have a flat ground? No, because I terraformed everything like a madman. Well, we can terraform it non-flat and remove the trees. Okay, here, yeah, fantastic. Here is fantastic. So he goes in this place, right? And he starts to see a bunch of things, right? Like these turrets, right? And then he sees maybe in the middle the hive thingy, and oh, this one is not centered. Okay, we have to fix that. And then he sees this spawning pool, just to call it in Zerg terms. Then he sees the other spawning pool, this one, right? And yeah, the terrain needs to be a bit flat, otherwise it's a kind of a mess. Then he sees this thing, And they may not be all so clumped up, right? So they may also be slightly, but yeah, they can also be like that. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's not that we are, that's perfectly fine. Right. Right. And and so, you know, he sees this, and then he start to go close, right? He start to go close to this, and the first thing that happens, apart that these things are not flat, but do you think we should rotate? Because I can actually rotate this thing to follow the ground, right? But I don't know if it's a great idea, because if I do it, for example, like that, right, this thing will look weird or not. If it follows the ground, it will look a bit weird. I mean, in theory, I can have it that is exactly following the, well, I mean, it will follow the slope where it's placed, right? So it will be like this. But I don't know, because if I do it, like for example, a turret will then look like this, right? So here it will look like this. We do it with flowers, right? Flowers are following the terrain, but I think it may be weird, right, to see something that is like rotated that way. Maybe it's not the greatest. No, I think we need a flat area. I think we will create artificially flat areas just for this. So you see this mess, right? And you go, oh, what is it? And you start to go close. And you get shot by this thing, right? And I would say that the shots are kind of strong, right? I wouldn't say that they kill you instantly, no, obviously. But they are kind of strong. Hello, Kula. Good evening. They are kind of strong. So at that point, the player will say, oh, fuck. I have to destroy this, right? But maybe, you know, maybe this thing is healing all the buildings in range. And so unless you destroy this, you will not really be, it will not be easy, right, to destroy these turrets, because first you need to destroy this, right? So this is kind of a, what I'm thinking is a kind of a sequence, right? But, and maybe to destroy this, I don't know. I think a building that is healing the other building is anyway a good idea. The problem is, how does he know that the build? Yeah, we will do it with range. Yeah, we'll do it just within a range. I think we do it within a range. So we need a healing building. And I don't know if there can be, maybe there can be a building that heals other building and a building that heals creatures. Maybe this one or this one, I don't know. So what can be the ideas, right? What kind of function should this building have? Let's see if we can get some inspiration by our friend, our friendly AI. If I could speak, it would be so much easier. But well, no, I type relatively fast, even if I do mistakes these days. But so let's say that in my game, Plane Shift, I have created a number of buildings, right, for creatures to build. They will build. They will be the village with that. With those will be a village made of those buildings, right? made of those buildings, and the creatures are the consumer. A biological, whatever, an organic race of sandworm-like creatures with legs, with many legs. Anyway, with many legs. Maybe he knows them. I don't know. Because AI has access to our wiki and stuff, but with many legs, yes. And I mean, I can even show him the building, actually, you know? Yeah, I can show him the building. So these are the buildings. Boom. The picture I'm uploading a picture with the buildings. Okay, I'm uploading a picture with the buildings. I would like each building to have a specific function, so that the player need to figure out what to do, right? What to do to actually destroy or get rid, right? Destroy the wall village. For example, the one at the left is a turret which shoots people. The second, let's say, is the same. Yeah, let's say the second. Now let's say the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth from the left. The fifth from the left. I was thinking to make it so I was thinking of a building that can heal other buildings. No, that heals other buildings continuously. So if the players try to attack the turrets, those will heal, right? And the players will realize that they have to attack the healing building first. What can be the functions of each building following this logic, following this idea? Stuck. You don't use stuck too much in game. You mean a building that is stopping you? This is a great design. I like how the AI is always telling you that you are great. You're essentially building a biological dependency puzzle. Yes, where the village works like an organism. Exactly. The player doesn't just DPS buildings, they have to dissect the ecosystem. Exactly. I'll go left to right, assigning each structure a clear function, a synergy and a player inside. Okay, spiked pillar, defensive turret, you already defined this. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Long range biological projectile attack, prioritize player siege unit, receive healing from regeneration nodes. Yes, gain accuracy of fire rate boost from... Ah, fantastic idea, fantastic idea. Yes, fantastic idea. So one building can actually make the turrets more strong, right? Yes. I can just rush the village. Yeah, I like this idea. What do you mean by stuck, Wool? For example, or lure you into a dangerous build? I mean, it's because you can stop a player, but if you stop a player, right? I think it's a good idea, actually, the one that you just said. So then the first building you will have to destroy is the one that make you Maybe not stuck, but slow, okay? Maybe there is one building that is slowing you down. I think it would be nice if a building could slow you down. I mean, I don't think it's very easy because we have to replicate the speed. It's a bit of a mess, but I think we need support for that, right? Do we have any spell that is already doing this or no? How will player be able to deduct the building functions? I think that you should be able to right click, but and get a description. Or even better, if we will ever use the idea that I had for the compendium, right, where you can observe a building for a certain amount of time, so you can study the building and then put it in your compendium, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. But I never developed that enough, right? There is another thing that I really would like to develop. So today you can go in game already. I think you can already do it, but unfortunately there is no data. There is no data behind. So if you go in game and it's not Christmas anymore. I will remove, it's not Xiosamas anymore. I will remove my hat. If you go, it is enabled, no? Or no? I don't remember if it's enabled in production. Oops. Okay, so if we go here, right? And I don't know this creature. I can obviously read it, I can obviously look at it like this, but I developed a function that I don't remember if it's under intelligence. No, under empathy. I think it's under empathy. Yes. Empathy. Examine lesser creature, examine creature, examine greater creature, right? So, in theory, with these three things, right, that I can put in my bar here. Oh, it's not working. Ah, because it's below that. That's not nice. Examine lesser creature, right? We put it here. And then, why it looks so shit? Fuck. Why it looks so shit? Jeez. Anyway, I don't know why it looks so stupid, but anyway, something we have to fix. An examine greater creature, right? It looks better if you put it horizontally like this. So if I click on a creature and then I say, oh, examine. Yeah, you see, he's saying there is nothing to discover about this target, unfortunately. And the reason is that I placed, I mean, in the compendium, I did not load. I did not define, right? I did not define any lore for that creature, right? But if I define it, it will definitely show here, right? In terms of ecology, history, habitat, description. I think if you do it, did you ever use this function? No, huh? So Did you ever use this function? So for example, if I go on this guy, right? You see this examine button? I'm examining this guy. Right? And it's saying research partially completed. You need 4 more, right? You need 4 more. So you need 4 more 4 more humans, right? If we take any Willem, what is Willem? Yeah. So if we examine, by the way, there should be achievements for this, but I don't know if there are. If we examine 4 humans, well, 5 humans in total. Yes, you need 3 more, right? You need 3 more. And it can be male or female, right? So that is not making a difference. The importance is that it is a human. I mean an alien, to be precise. So I need 2 more. They have to be different, by the way. It cannot be the same. It cannot be the same NPC. Cannot be. So I need to be different NPC. Okay, so I need 1 more. So now 1 more will be Levrus. Will be Levrus, right? So if I go here, so at the moment, you see, at the moment in my compendium under creatures, I only have the lemur. Why? Because I am a lemur, I think, originally. But anyway, I only have the lemur, right? I don't have anything else. But now, if I scan this guy, in theory, I will get... I don't know why the symbol disappeared. That's a bit strange. Why? You lost your concentration? Holy shit. What do you mean I lost my concentration? I don't remember if there is a rule for... I lost my concentration? Or because there is something in between. Let me try from here. Yes, yes, yes. Because there was something in between. Yeah, this may not be very intuitive, but you need to have a clear line of sight to see the wall. You see? And now that we discover the new compendium entry, right? So now if we go to the compendium, we will have also the alien, you see? And there is also a picture. And there is the description, the habitat, the ecology, the history, right? So you have all of this in your compendium now. Maybe you didn't know, but this works at least for the basic races, right? Now, what I'm thinking is that... I don't know if I want to put it under creatures, right? You mean you are a fake Kran? Yeah, exactly. The race, the original race of Krani Kran was probably a lemur. I don't know. I have no idea. But this is dummy database. So what I'm thinking is that maybe you could scan, you know, this thing and get additional information after scanning in the compendium, right? And then you will know what it does. Or I mean, it can also be simpler than that, right? So that one way, but it can also be simpler, meaning we can one second, because I was thinking to something else that Monday I have to do. I have to switch something with Thursday. Or not, I don't know. I would think about it. The other idea would be that you just right click and you get the description, right? But I think the inspecting it would be very nice. But you need to have more than 120 in empathy for having this info is not really useful. You need to have more than 120. Well, we can lower it. 120 seems a lot, yeah. Seems really much. No, 110. Rank 10, rank 20, rank 40, look. What do you mean 120? No. It's very low. Examine lesser creature is 10. Examine creature is 20. So we can put it at this level maybe, 20. 10, 20, 40. I think it's very reasonable. Very reasonable. The idea is that you can scan everything, yes. Well, everything. You can scan creatures, but also plants and also minerals. So I don't know if minerals is actually working, but like if I take an iron ore, right? Let me see. I don't remember. I did it quite some time ago and I don't freaking remember. If I take an iron ore, right, I put it there, and then but there is no ability for examine. I think it's under mining. I think it's under. It's under mining. Yeah, prospect minerals. This one, prospect minerals. You need to have mining at 20, right? Mining at 20. Okay, now we have mining at 20. Well, we have it at, okay, you see that now these ones are available. So I can put it in my prospect minerals, right? You can put it here. And now clicking on this and this, there is nothing to discover. Yeah, probably I didn't add it, but in theory it should work, right? How did you know that you already scanned or not? No, you don't know. I mean, you know, because it's telling you there is nothing more to discover. Like if I try to scan this guy again, right? If I try to scan this guy again, yeah, you see, it's saying there is nothing more to discover with this ability on this target. So it's telling you that you already discovered everything, basically. But it's telling you, yeah, is in the compendium for sure, but also here in the chat, right? So it's telling you that you already discovered everything for this particular thing. Because my idea was that then your compendium, right? Your compendium contains everything for plants, for minerals, for creatures, right? And also, I mean, it works kind of in a different way. Like for creatures, you have to kill them, except for sentient creatures, but you have to kill them to get I think the ecology and the habitat, and you have to read a book to get the description, and you have to scan them to get the history. I don't remember. There is a logic. There is a logic behind this, how you uncover these things, right? There is a logic. I never really implemented because I really never made it real, because we need to write all this text for all the creatures, which is not very simple, right? But it takes time, and we have to integrate it with everything else, right? But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, but this is a nice feature. I think that the UI is a bit clunky. You know, this UI is not very. It's not very nice. I don't know. It's not very nice. You need a better borders. I don't know. You need better everything. But anyway, we kind of have. So I was thinking the same way. Maybe you could, right? Scan these buildings, right? It would be nice to have an indicator on the object itself, so you don't accidentally bring things to scan over and over. We already did. Yeah, but I don't like the indicator. Our game should be as roleplay as possible, right? So numbers, I don't like numbers or bars or things to be part of the world, right? If they are here in the UI, yes, but I don't want them in the world, right? So even the name of the things you see is here at the top, right, is a separate widget. I don't want to clutter the world with numbers. But yeah, we could scan it. We could scan it that way, right? Now the only problem is, if we want to scan it that way, where do we put it? We put it under creatures, because that's not really a creature, right? I think we need another category, which is called buildings. I think we need another category, is building. Do we have an achievement for scanning? No, eh? Do we have an achievement for scanning? Yes, we have it. Yeah, there are all these achievement, knowledge. Junior zoologist, use examine lesser creature skill to learn about 3 common creatures. Use examine creature skill to learn about 3 uncommon creatures. As a human, you don't really know if you know something sunflower is. Well, after you learn it in game, you will know. You are still a human, you know. You player are still a human, so you know. Yeah, but there are all the achievements here for this. All the achievements. So the people in theory should know, right? I don't know how many people actually completed these achievements. I don't know if I have statistics. Do I have statistics for the achievement of the people? I think I do. This game is becoming so big that it's insane. Achievements, yes, I have it. Achievements, what do you want to know? You want to know how many people have knowledge. Junior zoologist. Knowledge. I'm looking at the other screen. There is no knowledge category. Why? Interesting. Why? Uh-oh. There is no knowledge. What the f... In the achievement list... maybe I didn't enable it. Maybe these are disabled. Maybe these are disabled. Anyway, I don't want to look at it now. But anyway, I think that, yeah, we can do it this way. We can do it this way. No, because you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that if we do it for buildings, right? Because, I mean, this race is a biological race, right? And it has buildings like this, right? But another race may be intelligent, right? Like the Gobble. And so the Gobble, for example, will have this fantastic throne that I never used, but I want to use one day. This throne, right? Which is the throne of the Gobble King. And so I think it should be called buildings, right? Buildings. And you will be able to scan the building and keep track of the buildings that you have found in your explorations, right? So you can see all the buildings that you have found. So it's also a kind of an achievement thingy, right? So that you go here, you see everything, you see if you scanned everything or not. I think it would be interesting to know how many people scan that, but probably very few, because there are very few creatures that you can do it on. So we need someone, right? We need someone that starts this project and creates all the descriptions, all the logic, whatever, you know, to do all of this. Personal note, need to make an in-game school for teaching little things for players. Yeah, exactly, Ola. What I mean is that if a player returns after 1 year, he might not remember every single rock. But if he doesn't remember, he goes to the compendium, right? And he looks at the ones that he already has, right? He looks here and say, oh yes, I have these 2 and I'm missing these other 5, right? I think it's enough. I mean, I don't want to make more functionality, you know. I mean, it's already underused now. I mean, I don't want to add more feature to something that is not used, right? I want to make it used first. Then after I have all the descriptions, all the elements, then yes, we can add more. We can add more functionality, but first we need to make it working, right? And to make it working, I need all the descriptions. And also I think I need to make this UI better. I think this UI kind of sucks. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why, but it's kind of weird. And I don't know. It's not very readable, right? Like this text, this gray text is basically unreadable. These icons on this background they seems to be like in the middle of nowhere. This title seems to be in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's not very good. We can go. Wait a second. Yeah, it's nothing secret. It's one of the characters from my D&D campaigns. In PlaneShift, I have this UI for the compendium. The compendium is a feature where the players, where the game records all the discoveries of the player, like creatures, plants, minerals. The different sections are unlocked based on certain actions the player does in game. I don't like the UI. Now, can you propose an improved UI? I feel the text is not very readable. Well, I feel that the layout is weak. Certain title, like the title, is a bit in the middle of nowhere. There are no borders or defined space, right? Defined space. So looks like everything is a bit floating, right? Anyways, incredible you can speak to the AI like this, right? I mean, you can really explaining what you think. You are right. The current UI suffers from negative space issue where the text feels untethered. Exactly. So basically the text, it doesn't have enough borders. It doesn't have enough hierarchies. It doesn't have anything. Yes, but I need a picture of that. How would a player scan the building? The player can scan the wall themselves. Do you have to bring the NPC there? No, they will scan it exactly the same way. Hey, bro. It's doing it like that. And by the way, he gave me the text. He gave me the text, but he didn't generate it, which is interesting. No one like that? Why? Why not one like that? Safety filters? Oh my god. Oh my god, the safety filters. What do you have here? The lemur race? So because there is the word race and you don't like it? Jesus Christ. How are we in this world? Fuck, I cannot believe it that he cannot generate it for safety. Bro. High Fidelity Fantasy and Cross of Bestial Companion Skin Design is an open ancient leather bone journal with a parchment on the left page, the largest area and drawn illustration of a mythical creature. The Kran. A Kran, let's say. The illustration of clear parchment texture box and description up on the right page, the elegant and over the setting satanic man at the top there are the name Kran. Bro, you cannot do this? I don't understand. It's because there was race? What the fuck? When the prompt is very long. What the? I cannot do it. I don't know. I cannot do it. It's too stupid to do it. I don't know why. I just spoke well of him, and he just failed me. And he just failed me like a boss. He just failed me like a boss. But anyway, that UI really sucks, boys. That really sucks. That really sucks. I mean, it sucks. I mean, it does its job, right? But it's not very sexy. I would have played scan a building, can I play scan themselves the same way as the or yeah. What do you mean how do the player? No, you scan it on the ground. Everything you scan it on the ground. On the ground, on the ground, on the ground. You click on stuff, you know. You don't have to carry this guy in your inventory. You click on the guy and you click on scan. You click on the ore, right? You have the ore here, you know. You see the ore here on the table. You click on it and you scan it, right? And the same, you click on the building and you scan it. So you don't have to carry anything. It has to be on the ground. You have to scan. You have to scan what you see with your eyes. With your eyes. He made it this way. Oh wow, didn't do bad actually. Yeah, we need at least to do this, right? At least to have a border around the different sections. At least. Because otherwise it's really a mess. At least. The only problem that he didn't see, right, is that actually there is a picture in the middle. I selected the wrong one actually. I selected the one without a picture, right? I selected the one without a picture. Can you propose the change for this one? Are you ready for the giveaway, guys? I mean, I know that you cannot participate, but I'm going to spin it. Tonight I have to spin it. There is no way. Oh wow! It changed also the picture. Actually, it changed only the picture. He changed only the picture. The rest, he left it exactly as is. But look, he took our guy. Very nice. He took our guy and he put a staff. I like that. I love it. Very nice. But yeah, I think that this was good anyway. This Borderinos, right? I think we need this Borderinos. This Borderinos is very, very nice. And I think, yes, it should be all around the descriptions. And I like also the idea to have the name here on the left with the description. The only problem is the image. Where do I put the image then? But yeah, I think we need to Borderinos everything. Borderinos. Okay, guys, we are gonna spin. Are you ready to spin? Who's here? No one is here, eh? Fuck it. Bara. Baram bam bam bam. Bara bam bam bam. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bam. Are you ready, guys? I need to spin it now. Because I need to know what is the creature. What is the miniature, and also I have to make it. Maybe we can make it tonight as well. Let me know if you're ready. You are ready? Okay. We're gonna spin it, eh? One time. Whoever wins, wins, eh? There is no second chance. 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 I'm gonna spin it now. Go! There is the real spin, huh? There is the real spin. I'm not joking. It's not a test. Oh, we are going to India. Wow. Okay, the miniature will go to India. Fantastic. The guy will be very happy. This is what I know. The guy will be very happy. Okay, that's the real deal. We did it. Now I just have to understand how his character looks like, but I think I have it. Let me just scale it down a bit. And then I will post it into the... no, that's too small. I will post it into Discord. Yeah, the first miniature is going to the US. And we have a winner. We have a winner for the second 3D printed plane shift character. Mohonin. Yup. And we have a winner. Okay, let me see, because I think he already sent me the stuff. I think he already sent me the stuff, because everyone had to apply, right? And when they applied, it was a bit of a long time ago, but a few months ago. Okay, here it is. Fairly simple, I would say. Without a weapon, without a weapon. Are you sure you don't want to add a weapon to the left hip? Yes, sir. Okay, yes, sir. I'm not sure. I'm sure not to use any other things hanging on my body. Okay, so it doesn't want to have anything else, which is better for me. But he has the big helm, huh? He has the big helm. So the big helm will be something we will need to figure out how to do it, right? It's a bit small, but it is the character. So he's basically an alien with a plate, with a pouch on his right side, and this helm, and the bracers, right? Should be fairly easy to do, actually. Should be fairly easy to do. Should be fairly easy to do. Do we want to do it now? Maybe. I don't know. I think the only complexity is a bit of the helm for this small things, but I think it's very doable. I think it's very... No, I don't want to do it now. But anyway, I will do it, right? I will do it. It's fairly simple. It's fairly simple. We don't have the model yet. I mean, we don't... I didn't print a human yet. We printed an Enki, a Klyros, and this will be the... The Enki was the test. And we will print this one. Okay, cool. I will do it. I will do it. Okay, so let's go back to what we were discussing. So what we were discussing? Ah, yes, the function of every building. So we said that we want to have right. So the first one is the spike pillar. And the synergy is that he receives healing from the regeneration node and gains accuracy and fire rate boost from the commander node. The commander node is said that is number 4. 0, 1, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is the commander node. Makes a lot of sense, by the way, because it's spiked like this, right? I really like it. I don't know if I want to call it a commander node, but I don't know how I want to call it, but we will find a better name, right? But I really like the idea that this shoots, right? This shoots and receives healing and power, but let's say and damage, right? And additional damage, right? I think the additional damage can even be done in multiple ways, right? So for example, if this building is active, right? If this building is active, it can get poison damage, right? You can get poison damage. So I'm imagining something like this, right? That you have... no, sorry, but I really need flat terrain, otherwise it's a mess. Let me just change this a second, right? Because it's so annoying not to have it flat. Flat! Thank you. Now in real life we will have to see what to do, right? Because we will not have it flat. So we will have to understand what to do really. But fine. What is the what? Disappeared below ground? Wow. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking to this, that there will be 2 layers, right? I mean, if we want to make the village really strong, we make 2 layers. So we make a first layer where there is the command center. Yeah, the command center is StarCraft. Let's say the main node, the nexus, the central structure, right? And the central structure is surrounded by turrets, right? It's surrounded by turrets, and these turrets are actually empowered, right, by the second group of buildings, right? Now this turret may have probably a smaller range, right? I have to think if I want to have just the forward range or yeah, but probably we will make a trigger that is just in front of the turret. I don't know, I have to think about it. But no, because if we do it like this, right? Imagine that we do it like this, and you are here, you will be shot by 5 turrets at the same time. So you will die like instantly, right? Like instantly. I try to scan a blue orchid right now, put it on the ground, but I can only look, pick up and transform. No, but you need wait. You need do you have this? You need these things. You know, you cannot right click scan, you have to use an ability. So you have to go to skills, and under skills you want a plant will be under harvesting, right? Under harvesting you have an ability that is called prospect plants, right? So to have this ability you need to have harvested at least I don't know, 100 plants or so, because you need to increase your rank. Your rank at the moment, how much you have in harvesting? Probably 0 or 1 or 2. You need to reach at least rank 20. And then when you have rank 20, you can scan it. Right? So if you have the ability, then you can scan it. But yeah, it's a good test. I mean, if you can test this stuff, I mean, sometimes we have stuff in game, but anyway, this will be the initial setup, right? And then, you know, you have a second layer, right? And the second layer maybe is made of this stuff. And I think what the player can realize after some time is that he actually has to destroy these buildings first, right? Otherwise, the inner turrets will just destroy you, right? So it is a bit of what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's a good thinking or bad, but this is what I'm thinking. So there are like two layers, right? Two layers to the city structure. Layer 1, just this inner building. Layer 2, just these outer buildings, right? And I don't know if there is one that is really disabling turrets completely. What skill I would need to scan the building? Yeah, that I don't know. We will have to think about it because in theory, or is applied knowledge. I mean, or is a faction, but I don't think it's a great idea. I will have to think about it. Empathy, I don't think so. I mean, it's a building. It's a building, so I don't know. I will think about it. At the moment, nothing comes to my mind, right? But in theory, it's like masonry, or I don't know. You know, like a mason, or or we just put it under intelligence. We can just put it under intelligence, and that's it. Are the prospect ability working? Yeah, they are partially working. No, because there is not enough database to have them working. But yeah, but they are working. If you scan humans, if you scan the player races, yes, they are working. You can scan. We just scanned now Levrus, and it works. And it gives you an entry inside a compendium, right? But this, like, I can click aliens now, you know, and I have it here. But it's not really complete, right? So we need to we have to work on that. That would be, for example, a nice community project, right? Because guys, if you wait that I develop everything, I mean, it will take me another 20 years, right? So you have to help me to develop stuff, that's for sure. The plants and the creatures, no, I think they are not. I think they are not. The plants and the minerals, no, the mineral, I don't think they are working now. I mean, they are working, but they just don't have data. There is no data in the database because there are no descriptions. But yes, the functionality works, but there is no data to actually show you something. That's the problem. So if you help me to add the descriptions of everything, then I can just load it and it will work. 8 people looking. We ran it, Hula. We ran it, and Mohoin won. You missed it, maybe. Maybe you missed it, but we actually ran it, and Mohoin was the winner. And this is this is his miniature, so this is his character. So I will make it this way. I will make it this way. Maybe player would need a certain level of combat skill to deduct the function of the building in combat. Maybe. Yeah, it could be. They could be like a scan military ob, like if it's a siege, like a catapult or a ballista. But I don't know. I also don't want to make it too complex. I think one skill may be enough. I mean, we already have like 3 skills for each, right? Because there is prospect plants, prospect rare plants, right? or 2, and then for creatures we have 3 lesser creatures and greater creatures, so we are already specialized the different skills, which is nice. Okay, but anyway, I think this guy shoots. So the function, right? So the function is shooting, and he receives healing and additional damage, right? This is what we are saying. Then, what did we say? Number 2, central eye nest, which he thinks is an eye. Actually, it's not an eye. Is an egg, but he thought it is an eye. Okay, fine. Command a neural node, like the one in the eye. Okay. Buffs nearby structure. Faster turret fire, yes, which is possible. Faster regeneration pulses, increase spawn rate. This seems a bit too much, but I don't dislike the idea. Okay, let's put it here and then we will rearrange it, okay? So that is the this is saying that this is his function, right? His function is faster turret fire. I don't know if I like that from this building, but faster regeneration, increased spawn rate. Increased spawn rate of what? Of monsters. If destroyed, all building acts as lower, turrets look tracking precision, healing becomes intermittent instead of constant. Okay. But we are saying that they received nothing, right? So at the moment, we don't have any receive. Which is a bit of a pity, though. As someone who struggled to find an apple for honestly, I agree. The simpler the better to enable basic gameplay. Yeah, exactly. We didn't find the apple still? Oh my god. Burrow mound. Logistic resource intake. The mound with the big hole. Yeah, the number 3. Generate biomass over time. Supplies healing a new creature larva. Yeah, that is basically what I was doing already, right? So this guy is the spawner, right? This guy is the spawner. So the function of this guy is to spawn new creature, right? Spawn creature, right? Now, he also saying that he supplies healing to number 5, a new larva to number 6. New larva to number 6. I don't know. I think healing should be this one with the tubes. I think the receive, I mean, would be nice, right? If the more buildings, right? The more the village expand, or the more HP, the more HP each building has. The more HP each building has. Yes. There must be someone that is giving HP. The problem is that if we make it this one, right, which is the central, you will only destroy it at the end. I think we need one that gives HP. No new defenders spawn. Yeah, I think that is a good. I think there is a good idea, right? If destroyed, no spawns, right? That would be very nice. If destroyed, no spawns. Armored Spore Dome, number 4, which is this one. Provide adaptive defense. After taking fire damage, resistance increase. After explosive damage, shell thickens. Can periodically harden nearby structures. No, I think that we said that this one would give damage to the turrets, right? Buffs turrets to counter. Yeah, exactly. So I think that this one, I mean, the function of this guy. The function of this guy is to give HP to buildings, or no. Now maybe the next one is HP to buildings. This one is damage to turrets, right? This one is giving damage to, so add damage, yeah, add damage to turrets. I think that would be nice. Add damage to turrets. Can periodically harden nearby structures. I think that one I would like to do it with this guy. So I would like to have this guy, right? Add HP to structures. And he can do it periodically, actually. Okay, let me save this because now this is becoming something. Do we already have... yeah, we have a mission Monster Layer 1. Can we save this as mission Monster Layer something else? Mission Monster... Mission Monster... One day I will make a book with all these missions, okay? When I will be retired and old, I'm already old, but when I be older than now, I will make a book with all the missions, right? With all the missions and all the dates, because we have all the dates. Will be like hundreds of pages, because we have hundreds of missions. And I will explain every page. Hello, Netta. You forgot to say if I attack the city, yes, Ulla. That we didn't do yet, right? That we didn't do yet, but they will be automatic. Maybe it will be only on certain buildings. Maybe not. Maybe not if you attack the turrets. We can decide. Maybe if you attack the turrets, maybe no. But if you attack any of the buildings, right? The tribe will turn against you. Yes. So I think it will turn against you if you attack any member of the tribe, or if you attack any buildings, right? I think that will be kind of good. Moss Filled Ring, regeneration node. Your healer idea. Yeah, exactly. This is my healer idea. And we actually put it here. Add HP to structures and heals existing structures. Yeah, I think it can do two things, right? You can add HP and you can heal structures if they are damaged, right? Continuously heals all the nearby building. Can hover heal to grant temporary regeneration. Requires biomass from 3 and buffed by the command node. Buffed by the command node. I don't know. I think it's starting to become too complex if we also have buffs from the... This is the heart of the village and usually priority number 1. So yeah, I think that this one, considering that it is healing the structures and is... Now the question is, if you destroy this, right? Because now the question is, do we want to have, you know... Do we want to have... Because in the city management, right? In the city management, we have the ability to generate siege tanks, right? Siege tank. Siege tank is StarCraft again. Siege machines, right? Siege machines. So the question is, if I come here, right, with my siege machine, right, If I come here with my siege machine, can I shoot the command center directly? That would be very nice. So this will actually give a purpose, you know, to the siege weapons. This will have a purpose to the siege weapons. Now there must be a delivery place, right? There must be a place of delivery. So basically, someone, I don't know who, but someone would place a marker on the ground, and he will say, "I want the city to bring this thing," or even better, finally everything connects. Even better, the players can use the cards, right? Players can use the cards to bring the material, to bring the catapults, right? So players use the cards to bring the thingies. So players come with a cart, with a wagon, right? With boxes of this thing to be built in place. Built in place? Oh wow, built in place. Yeah, if we can build it in place, would be fantastic. So will it really be like a siege, you know? So the player so basically the player buffs the city, right? So the player brings the material to the city, buffs the city. The city allows you to build the catapult. Then the players bring the catapult with a cart made of disassembled, and they assemble it on the ground next to the city of the bastards. In this case, the bastards are these guys, right? And then they use the catapult or the ballista to shoot, right? To shoot. Now the only problem is, if they can do this, they can basically destroy the village without even engaging, right? Without even engaging. So they destroy the walled city just with a siege. That's not very good, huh? That is not very good. Maybe, I don't know, maybe this thing can target only certain buildings? Or can target only creatures, or is doing limited damage, and so you can use it as support but not as a definitive action, or maybe the actual core, right? The actual core of the structure as a kind of a magical thingy. That is protecting it, right? As a magical core, there is a magical shield that is protecting it. And so exactly. So he has a magical shield or something that is protecting the inner core. Does it make sense, or I'm exaggerating too much? Am I exaggerating too much, guys? I don't know, I'm just reasoning, right? It doesn't mean that we have to do any of this. I'm just thinking of the possibilities. So we could have the inner core protected somehow, right? The inner core protected, you cannot attack physically. Because this building generates that. Or maybe because this building generates that, right? So when you destroy that... No, because I was thinking... If we can give a purpose, right? If we can give a purpose to the siege machines, right? Can we give a purpose to the siege machines? That would be nice, huh? If they have a purpose. Well, the purpose could be that actually only certain buildings have a protection, right? Like this guy. Like this guy has a protection. Like this guy has a protection. And so you cannot attack it unless you come here with a siege, right, machine. But yeah, it's a bit stretching the... I mean, it doesn't feel very natural, right? It feels a bit forced, right? It feels like it's a forced concept just to allow the usage of the siege machines, right? I mean, another possibility for the siege machines is that the village is actually generating a real wall, right? But the problem is that biological, I mean, cannot really generate, but we can make a biological wall, right? We can make a biological wall. Now we don't have a biological wall. I will put a real wall, but we definitely have it. I mean, we can definitely make it, is what I'm saying. We can definitely make it if we want, right? So imagine that the village is creating a real fence, right? A real wall all around the city, because these are other buildings, right? So I can spawn them, it's not a problem. I can spawn other buildings, right? I mean, this is just another building for me, right? So as I spawn this, I can spawn this, and I can also decide the rotation and the position. So actually I will be able to actually generate, you know, and maybe we do it with fewer pieces, but I will be able to generate a wall, you know, enclosure, right? So that is completely closed, right? It's completely closed, and so players cannot reach it, right? So players are here, they see the wall, but they cannot go through because they cannot destroy the wall, right? And now with the siege machine they can. I mean, obviously the siege machine needs to be a bit farther away, but right? And maybe certain walls can be destroyed with this, other walls can be destroyed with this, and other walls can be destroyed by, I don't know, fire or something else, right? So if we do it this way, which is the same idea of this sphere, right? But just that here it looks more more natural, right? So is actually a wall built, and maybe, you know, here in the middle or here we have our resource, because I think at the end the whole idea is that players will fight for a specific resource, right? Will fight for a specific resource. So now we need to decide how much we want to, I mean, how deep we want to go with this, but at the moment I think I'm going very deep. I'm going kind of deep, yeah. I'm going kind of deep, yes. So in theory all this thing is walled off, we will create like a biological wall, right? Like a creature kind of wall, like vines or tentacles or whatever, right? So we will find a proper thing, right? And the creatures will take the resource. And so players cannot harvest it anymore, right? And so players get angry and they want to fight back this thing, right? Or they just give up, right? And the problem, I think, that if we do it properly, right, one of these buildings is continuously buffing the structures. So these structures are becoming stronger and stronger. So it will take way more time for the players to actually destroy it if they don't act quickly enough, right? That is the idea. I think I kind of like it. I think I kind of like the... Now, my only problem is that I need to be able to generate new resources on the fly. But that is easy. That is kind of easy. So like adding a new mine, a new temporary mine, right? A new temporary mine. So maybe, you know, at the beginning, there is only the... So let's imagine that at the beginning, right, I spawn only the mine, right? Somewhere in the world, right? Somewhere in the world I spawn only the mine. And next to it, maybe 2 hours later, I spawn a spawn building, a spawner, right? Because creatures have found this mineral as well, right? And so this will start to generate new creatures and then new buildings, right? Over and over and over, and make them stronger until it becomes like this, right? Until it becomes like this. And when it is like this, it's very hard for the players to actually go through, right? Yeah. Okay, let me see what else we have. We arrived up to this, right? The last one is the Moe Pit with tendrils. Function periodically spawns worker creatures, defender creatures. No, I want this one to... No, this is not. If left alive long enough, can rebuild the destroyed structures. Yeah, I think it would be nice if there is one building that can actually rebuild. No, but I think that as long as there is at least one creature, the structures can always be rebuilt. Tooth ringer orifice, sacrifice, catastrophe node. Function last resort biological response. Consumes nearby buildings to power massive AoE attack. Oh wow, that's cool. Consumes nearby buildings to power massive AoE attacks. Temporary invulnerability. Summons an elite guardian. Well, that doesn't seem too much. Activate only when village integrity drops below a certain threshold. No, I think that, I mean, the idea is cool, but obviously it's not doable, right? Because if you start to consume other buildings, then the village will be destroyed. But I think it's a kind of a good idea that I think I would like to have one building that is actually doing far distance damage, right? Far distance. So let's imagine that this thing can go underground, can disappear underground, and can appear here, right? Below a player. And actually do damage. And actually do damage. So it's like I mean it's the same as the turrets though, right? It's the same as the turrets with the difference that it doesn't need visibility. It doesn't need vision. Right? Because at the moment I think that if you are here, this turret will shoot you anyway, which is not really great, because the turret actually ignores other buildings, right? The way we did it at the moment is that it ignores buildings completely. Yeah, but I think I need a barricade. I need a consumer barricade. I really need it. I really need it. Because I really want to block players from accessing certain areas, right? And I don't know if it should be a dome, that you have to destroy the dome, or I have to think about it. But I think I need a vine-like, right? A vine-like structure. That would not be very easy to find. You forget to say if they attack the city, they cancel an attack. Ah, yes, that we said already. That we said already, my boys. What is this? Huh? Yes, exactly. Fantastic. Well, not yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Oh my god, this AI, guys, this AI is insane. I mean, this AI is absolutely insane. If you could take this and make a 3D model, that would be like done, you know, like GG, like the end of the world. Like the end of the world. Is anyone willing to model this in 3D? Any one of you? Any one of you? Mesh AI. I think I tried all of this already, but they were really bad. They were really super bad. Some AI can already bad PRS, but they can. I don't know. What happened? He's doing something. He's doing something, my boys. He's doing something. %. 50%. Oh my god. We don't need developers anymore. We don't need developers anymore. We don't need anything anymore. Everything is built for us already. It's insane. I mean, I really hope it's bad. I really hope it's bad. Because if it's not bad, it's the end of the world. You know? It's the end. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you serious now? Oh my god. Bro, it's texturing it. He's texturing it. He's doing the texture. GG. GG. It's the end of the world. Done. Finished. Yeah, maybe you can just use decimate. You can use decimate. Oh my god. Is this real? Is this real? Please, at least the texture should be shit, okay? At least the texture should be bad. Oh my god, it looks perfect. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Download. Yes, but you know, at this point, we cannot do anything else than pay. But why? He's saying that I can download. Wait, he's saying in theory that I can download 4 models. No, 10 models. 10 downloads per month for free. Right? So in theory, okay. So they have different AI models, right? And we use the best AI model that they have. While we can use the previous model, which is free. But this is insane, huh? It is insane. I mean, it's obviously not as good as the latest model. So, for example, this one I'm not very happy about, right? I'm not very happy about this. I mean, if I compare this with this, there is absolutely no comparison, right? I mean, this is insane. That is insane. Now, it'd be nice to see the... Yeah, the wireframe. The wireframe is obviously crazy, right? So the model as is, I think it's a bit hard to use, but we can decimate it up to the point where it's usable, right? So yeah, the model is very, very, very high poly. And compared to this, there is no way. But wow! But this one with the texture, boys. This one with the texture is insane. I mean, the texture is not that good, if I have to say, right? So we'll probably have to retexture it anyway. But the model is very good. The model is very good. The model is very good. I mean, it's obviously very high poly, but we can reduce it, right? We can reduce it. Okay, we can try to buy it just to understand how it works, okay? So if I want to buy this, right? If I want to buy this thing, how much does it cost exactly? I have to do a $10. So this thing is costing me $10. But how many I can then download? He's saying 1,000 monthly credits, so up to 100 assets. Up to 100 assets? That's a lot. Unlimited downloads per month for all models. 10 tasks in queue, IQ priority, assets are private and customer owned. Bro, for $10 a month? Ah, but it's billed yearly, so you have to pay 120, right? You have to pay 120, or you go monthly. Ah, no, it's okay. You can go monthly, right? You can go monthly, and you can. Okay, let's do it. I'm just going to the other screen because you will ask my PayPal and all that stuff, right? Let's do it. Pay with PayPal. We logged in as PlaneShift, right? Please be important detail about PayPal for subscription. Discount and promo code only available with Stripes, not PayPal. PayPal subscription cannot be refunded when processed. The plan changes, upgrade. No. What do you mean discount and promo code cannot work with PayPal? So you mean that I will pay 20 instead of 10? This is what you're saying? Yeah, I will pay 20 instead of 10. Okay, we can try to pay with the other thingy, but I never use the other thingy, so I don't know what is it. Wait, download, okay, monthly, yeah. $10 per month, then $20 per month starting next month. Okay, so it's 10 as a promotion for the first month, and then is 20 next month, right? I have to pay by credit card. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Take my credit card. Okay. Okay, do it. Do it! Just take my money. Okay, your payment has been successfully processed. Thank you for trust. Blah blah. Community is improving. Subscription day can be slightly later for payment. No. Okay. So now we are subscribed to this thing. I mean, we renew the next month for $20, so we have just to be careful and remember, right? And remember. So now, okay, we subscribe to this thing, right? We subscribe to this thing. So now if I download, I can get the real thing, right? Now, I don't know if this thing has been generated public or what, but I think it said when I download, I can get it private. I don't know if I can turn private something that's been generated publicly, right? So that, I don't know. But anyway, I paid, so I assume that I'm good, right? Okay, let's put it here. Do you want to invite some friends? Well, I'm streaming it, so I assume that already a lot of people are seeing this. No, I can subscribe 1 month. If you subscribe for the whole year, is less money, obviously. Okay. So this thing is actually very big, but it's normal that it's very big. I think the texture would be garbage, so I'm not expecting the texture to be any good, right? I'm really not expecting the texture to be any good, so the texture will probably redo completely, but it's fine. But anyway, I really appreciated the way he made the texture. I mean, it was insane. I mean, to me, it was really insane. The texture will be garbage, I know already. I mean, it's for sure. Because I'm pretty sure it's generating it, you know, in a stupid way. Let me see the texture a second, but yeah. I mean, it's doing it with the... Yeah, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'm not too concerned about the texture, right? I'm more concerned about... So if I wanted to create this, it would take me... I would say at least 2 hours, right? And maybe the quality would not be that good, right? Now the question is, can we actually lower this to a decent resolution? But I think yes, because Blender can do magic with Decimate, right? I think with Decimate we can really do good stuff. I think we have to go 0.1 or something. I mean, we have to go down like massively. Yeah, but like this, how are we here? Here we are at... Oh wow, still 30,000 faces. Holy shit. Still 30,000 faces. It doesn't look like 30,000 faces, but I guess it is. Yeah, because the model itself is very complex, right? It is really complex. I mean, I cannot afford the 30,000 faces for one block where we will put like maybe 50 of those, right, on screen. So so basically what we are saying is that we have to go down. We have to go down. We have to go down, well, 0.01 I think would be too little, but this will be still 3,000 anyway, yeah? Still 3,000. Yeah, because the model itself is very complex, right? But I really like it, by the way. I mean, like this is a bit butchered, I have to say, but so this will be 6,000 triangles, which I mean, obviously it looks way worse, right? But it also looks worse, I think, because now the texture is broken, right? Yeah. So the model still looks decent, right? So there is a resolution that I think we can use. So it's 6,000 polygons. Consider we have to put like, I don't know, 50 of them. I mean, if I go higher than this, I think we will be a bit in trouble. We'll start to be in trouble performance-wise, right? And also it doesn't make a lot of difference, right? You see that it's fairly similar. So here we are at 9,000 polygons. Here we are at 12,000 polygons. I mean, 12,000 start to look way better. Way better. Way better. Yeah, like this is a bit too low, huh? Like this is a bit too low, unfortunately. Yeah, because it's full of spikes, right? It's really full of spikes. Now I think the minimum we can go. I don't remember if you already have the AI plugin in Blender. No, I never used it actually. But I think there is there, yes, there is. There is, but I never used it. And I don't know how good it is, so I don't know. Bro, man, starting this from the picture was insane. I mean, it was really insane. It was really insane starting from the picture. I mean, we gave him the picture and he built also the back. You see, the back, I mean, and also the back is different from the front. You see? The back is different from the front. Which is insane. Now, I think we can probably simplify this a bit, right? So, I mean, it will still need work, right? To so, for example, I don't want to have spines in this area, right? So I think that like this, I think it can just go to hell, right? I think we need any of those spikes. We don't need spikes here. I mean, he obviously is an AI, right? So he doesn't really understand too much the coherency, right? Of. But I think what he did is insane. I mean, I really think that this is insane. I really think that this is insane. Absolutely insane. Amazing. Now, it fucked up a bit. Like, for example, right, there are clusters, right? There are huge clusters here of vertices that I don't understand exactly why we even have them, right? So there are giant clusters here at the bottom of vertices that are not really needed, right? So yeah, we remove like 500 vertices in a second. Just by whoever invented the clip start, I mean, is really my enemy. Maybe that is a bit too much, right? Maybe that's the good. Maybe that's the good. That's the good value. Yeah, it doesn't have, for example, it doesn't have a good understanding of the distribution over over a surface, right? Like for example, here we have a million vertices that are really useless, right? And but it doesn't care, right? So it cannot understand that, right? It cannot understand that, so that's fine. I mean, we can simplify the model, but I mean, there is obviously work to do because, for example, here there are open, but this is the decimate. This is not the fault of the generator, right? Generator did, I think, a good job, and I think the generator did a very good job. They will not be very easy to clean. They will not be very easy to clean, but yeah, it will require definitely some work. I mean, it's not that you get the model exactly, but maybe, you know, you can also say how much poly count you want, right? I mean, it's possible because actually here there was a generation low poly, right? You see, low poly beta. So if I generate the same, right? Let me try to generate the same. It's still generating. Because maybe generating a better one, you know, just bestly suited for low poly. That's possible. Yeah, we can leave that. I think these are all spikes. I think they are okay. I mean, all these spikes, I think they are fine. I'm just not very happy about this, right? So this is a bit weird. I don't know exactly how to delete all of that, but obviously that is not healthy stuff, right? That's like bullshit stuff. So, and also all this bottom, you know, that we don't really need. And there's 1 million vertices, you know. I can probably do it manually like this, right? But it's gonna take a bit. I mean, we can clean it a bit and reach a point where we like it. What time is it? Nearly midnight. But I think it was a good test though, because I think this solution is viable. I have the feeling that it's viable, mainly if you start with a picture, you know, from Grok, and then from the picture you generate a 3D model with this guy, and then maybe you adapt it and change it a bit. You know, it doesn't mean that you have to leave it exactly as it is. Like here we are changing it significantly, but yeah, but I think it seems to be viable to me. I mean, it seems to be possible. What do you think? There is still a lot of bullshit here that we will have to delete. Like this guy didn't understand back facing, right? Didn't really understand back facing. So we somehow have to delete all of this, which is just at the bottom, and we don't need it. Oops, maybe I deleted a bit too much. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna use this exactly like this, but I think it's pretty good. The major issue will be able to apply the texture, right? Applying the texture will be not an easy job because we will have to do it for each of the branches, right? Yeah, for each of the branches we will have to do this thing, and I don't know. I'm just trying to clean it up a bit to see what is the final result. Well, I mean final, let's say. What is a result? Yeah, but I think we have a significant number of polygons still here at the bottom, right? That we can actually delete. So actually the poly count I think is lower at the end. I think I deleted hundreds, right? With this run I deleted hundreds of polygons, so yeah. Just cleaning up this thing. I mean, for sure there is a bit of work, but the basic structure I think was very good from the picture, right? It was very, very, very nice. What is this? Spaghetti code? Yeah, the basic structure I think is very nice. Now, texturing it may be a bit of a mess, right? But I really like it. We paid $10, right? $10. I mean, is this worth $10? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it is. And we can download many more models, right? If we want. So I would say, yeah, maybe worth it. Maybe worth it, yeah. I don't know. I kind of like it. Consumer Fence 1. Now, what would be very nice if you could say, let me see the low poly version. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I mean, it's still 21,000 triangles, right? So it's a bit high for us. Well, there are some holes. And also the spikes don't look like spikes anymore. It looks more like a tree, right? So I think with low poly we lost the edge. Right, because this really looks like spikes. This looks more like trees, right? So I think I think it's better to generate high poly and then to downscale. But yeah, I think it's pretty good, boys. I harvested all the apples and they do not regrow. Holy shit. They do not regrow. That's a problem. Strange. I have to check why. Yeah, so I don't like the low point. Like this one, I like way less, right? Than the other that he generated. I think that the one that we have, which is this one, is way better. You may still have some inconsistency here and there, right? For example, there are some spikes here that we may want to remove, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe we can keep, but maybe we can improve just the poly count a bit, just of the spike. I mean, the spike should be at least like this, right? These smaller spikes are like wrongly generated. I don't know how to say, but so if I apply my if I apply my texture just like just stupidly, right? Just very stupidly, what happens? Uh-oh, we broke it. Uh-oh. I think I have to go though now, but yeah. Okay, I think he did it, but because it is completely untextured, I guess. Okay, well, kind of expected. So we will have to basically isolate, right? We have to isolate every I mean, it's not a super quick work, right? So we have to isolate our spikes pretty much one by one, right? And assign them to the second texture, which is the bones texture. And yeah, and then retexture the base completely, right? But I think we can ignore the texturing capabilities of this tool. I think we can just use it for pure geometry generation, which I think is what it's good at. I'm not completely sure how they can, you know, how they managed to have the 3D generated, but definitely they did it. I mean, I can say that I was really impressed, right, by the result. I mean, result insane. Result absolutely insane. Yeah, we may improve a bit this geometry, right? So we may decide to make it less spiky, right? So I mean, obviously we decimated it. So it's really rough. Sometimes, I mean, in some places it's very rough, like here, for example. It's very rough. So we can improve it a bit, right? But yeah, I think we can work. I think I can finish this, right? I can finish this, so we can have our wall. So basically, this wall, right? This wall will be instead of this wall, right? And we may use it in the tribe to actually stop the players from going through, right? And I think we can have a collision mesh, which is probably higher than this, so they will not be able to jump over it, right? So I think this is what we can do. And yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go, but I'm going to finish this tomorrow, and I think the base is very good. I mean, now like this it looks like shit, but you have to look at it. Yeah, you have to look at it like this, right? You have to, this is how it will look in game, and then obviously we need to texture it, and we will also have to maybe smooth it a bit, because at the moment it's a bit rough, right? But Yeah. Actually, I think he applied also some smoothing, right? Because now that if I remove this, yeah, the smoothing is there, actually. Smoothing is there. So he actually applied, I don't know how much, but he applied fairly strong smoothing everywhere, right? Something like this. I think it's really nice. We may simplify a few things, like maybe here, you know, there's 2 blocks. I don't know if they really need to be separate, but maybe here we have a spike that is a bit, you know, over the... is a bit going its own way. And it's a bit too rough, so maybe we split it. But no, but I really like it. I mean, if the AI managed to do 3D models for real, like we have seen now, wow, that's wow, that's insane. I mean, I'm not surprised, right? Because he was already very close to that. I mean, making drawings and making 3D is not that much of a difference, right? So at the end, but I was thinking that it would take a bit more time, right? A few more years maybe, or whatever, maybe 1 or 2 years, I don't know, 2 years or something to actually reach the point where it was that good. But no, he did it. He did it now. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna go, so thank you for watching and congratulations to the winner of the giveaway. I think he doesn't know yet, otherwise he would have messaged me. But yeah, congratulations to him, and I will see you not tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm not available. I'm GMing Dungeons and Dragons for my historical friends, historical group of friends, right? And we are playing Dungeons and Dragons in a very standard fantasy setting that is Dragonlance. And yeah, I will see you Saturday then, Saturday afternoon. I think I will be here. And meanwhile, if you want to test our game, remember that our game is released. You can download it from our website. And you can download it for Windows, Linux, and Mac. For the Steam release, I'm still waiting the new review. So they actually tested it. They got stuck in the first area. And so now they have to retest it. They couldn't pass the first area. But it's funny that they tested it anyway. And yep, I will see you Saturday, guys. Bye. Have fun. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.